What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Doing good. How about you, brother?
Doing pretty good, pretty good.
Right.
But yeah, tonight we're gonna be talking about the Jersey Devil.
Mm.
What do you know about the Jersey Devil?
Oh, he's a very delectable little lollipop.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to New Jersey and finding out more.
And there's certain parts of the forest and everything that's restricted that supposedly the Jersey Devil resides in that is protected by the state.
Oh wow.
So they don't allow just any ordinary Joe to go into that part of the woods anymore.
Yeah, I mean I can kind of see why.
Eh, I
But,
mean, the attacks and everything
mm-hmm.
hasn't there hasn't been that many attacks or sightings of the Jersey Devil in a few years. You
Yeah,
know,
I,
who knows what it really is.
it could be anything actually. Like, that's a cryptid that very hard to decide if it's actually real.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. A lot of the fields, the cryptid field is hesitant on claiming it as a cryptid. The paranormal field is hesitant on claiming it as a daemon.
A daemon.
Yeah. A daemon. I mean, people people know something's out there. Scientists know something's out there. Biologists know something's out there. But what it is, nobody really has the galls to actually go out there. And there's not really any major like research groups that are willing to put any money into finding out what it is either. It's kind of like the Mothman, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
it was seen for a certain amount of time, then it goes into hiding, then it comes back out, then it, you know,
Yeah, that's true. Like I think the Mothman people put him with disasters and all that. I personally think that he comes and warns people.
well,
Hey, nightmare.
you got you got to look at all the different accounts of winged cryptids. I mean,
True.
you got the Mothman of America. You got the Owlman of Cornwall. You
Yeah.
got you've got the Batman of Venezuela. You got yeah, it's you
I
even
heard
have you even have what's called Bat Squatch,
that's what.
and yeah, it's another form of Mothman,
Oh.
but yeah, but Jersey Devil is one of those winged cryptids that there's a lot of hearsay and not enough evidence to put to it.
That's true. I know the story that I read. The woman gave birth, and when the baby popped out, it turned into a demon, grew wings, and busted out the window.
Yeah,
The top
misleads.
down, yeah. So
I, people say Leeds was a witch,
yeah.
and she had a love affair with a particular demon,
Mm-hmm.
and the Jersey Devil was her 13th child. And when she was in childbirth and everything, she swore to the devil and everything that I hope that this child comes out to be a devil and terrorize the town.
Yeah.
And when it came to birth, it was a normal human. But about 5 minutes after, it started growing grotesque features. Like it started growing horns, it started growing wings. Its human feet started turning into hoofed legs. Fingers started turning into three-pawed claw, and it grew to the size of a 5-year-old and shot up through the fireplace and out into the forest.
Yep. See, that would be like very interesting to find out though, like find more evidence of it.
Well, her house is still there. Like, I mean, and for some reason, it's still holding up to this day. I mean,
Mm.
it hasn't fell in, it hasn't done anything, and people claim it to be cursed, and that's kind of where they got the premise of the movie Hocus Pocus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Another one, and I'll be doing this one in about 3 weeks. But the Wendigo
mm,
is another one that I've been extremely interested in here lately.
yeah,
Like I've been watching documentaries about Hilltown, Ohio, and the Wendigo that
oh
they
yeah,
spotted there and all that, and it's really interesting.
yeah. I want to. I'm when I get the RV up and running and everything, I'm going to actually go to the small town of actually West Virginia, um, that they base the Silent Hill movies off of.
Oh, see, I want to go there so bad too. Where there's
Yeah,
still smoke on the ground and all that.
yep.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
We're still burning to this day.
Well, West Virginia has a bunch of history. I know they said that the Wrong Turn movie, the first one, was at least based on true story or true events,
Yeah,
and that would be really cool to figure out. If it, yeah, define. But they also said that about the Blair Witch Project, and that was all bullshit.
yeah. I mean, the Bell Witch is actually
Yeah,
real.
The Blair Witch is the one I was thinking of. Hey, my
Yeah.
vodka. Yeah,
What's
the
up, Vodka?
Bell Witch Cave is a place that I'm extremely excited to go to one day.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, that was a place I went to all the time. I mean, I lived like 30 minutes away from there back in Tennessee.
oh, nice.
So, and if I could find it, I have a VHS recording back back in VHS days. Me and a couple of my friends and everything, we went out into the woods around the Bell Witch Cave, and we have a video, and we were sitting there videotaping the will and the forest and everything around it, and you see this like shadow like female like walking through the trees and everything, but we didn't see it, and we were videotaping it for an art project. And she was walking in between the trees and everything. Then you'd see the video stop and the video pop again, and she was closer and closer. Then, probably about after 15 minutes, the video just went to complete static, and all you heard was this female laughing, and that was it.
See, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah,
that is awesome right there.
yeah, I gotta find it. It's back at my dad's house back in Tennessee somewhere in my archives.
But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of the study about the Jersey Devil myself, and
Yeah.
if it is real, it's up there with the Goat Man and all that, in my opinion, as one of the evil cryptids. I think.
Yeah,
He's
I
up there.
mean,
Cause Goat Man is. Whew.
well, it's not on the same. It's not on par with, say, the Goat Man kind of evil.
Yeah.
It's more of it's more of like a protector of the forest, kind of.
Yeah.
It it doesn't. It scares people out of the forest. Like, it scares people out of the forest, but I mean, there's only been like a handful of reports where it's actually attacked humans. Most of the time, it's pretty much went to farms that are near the forest and stuff like that, and has been seen carrying off baby goats and cows and stuff like that. Um, but
Yeah.
when it comes to humans, they like to put a little twist on every fire,
Yeah.
fire pit story.
You
Like,
ain't.
oh, it shoots fire out of its mouth, and you know,
See, tomorrow, if everything goes correctly, I'll be doing the Hellhounds.
yeah.
Because I believe that we have some in Virginia. Like,
Oh, you do. Yeah, you actually have one called Old Gray, which
mm,
is eh, people say it's a werewolf. People say that it's a dire wolf. People say that it's a hellhound because they've seen glowing red eyes, glowing green eyes.
mm,
They've smelt sulfur around it. But yeah,
because
the Jersey
when we,
Devil,
yeah.
I mean, the, okay. Here's the thing about the Jersey Devil.
Hey, Ripley.
The the pictures that are posted of the Jersey Devil now is when okay, there there is a demon on the Texas Mexican border called Lachoya or Lachoya or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be the the master of goats, which the master of goats means like Satan.
Mm-hmm.
And but before before the lead, the misleads and all that story and everything, it was told that the Jersey Devil was more reptilian, was more of a dragon-like entity, and not the goat, the goat hoofed humanoid, you know, creature that it is today with bat wings. Um, that picture came around at the late 1700s, early 1800s. But before then, it was classified more as a dragon than it was like a serpentine demon.
Mm-hmm.
But then, priests and stuff like that and everything, after the Baptist religion got into those parts where the Jersey Devil is, then the face of it started changing into more of what we see now, which is like Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, there's only like two or three depictions of it in the early like 1600s, and it's weird how with the times the image of the Jersey Devil has actually evolved and changed over time. So
Yeah.
And with the lack of research and the lack of being able to actually go out there and
Thank
research and hunt this creature. Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
Nubby is a sexy beast.
Arr. Arr. But yeah, it's definitely something that if I could get
Yeah.
over there to check out, like, because I'm definitely interested in the Jersey Devil for sure.
Well, maybe one day, brother, me and you will hit a road trip out there.
Road trip sounds great.
Yes.
Definitely. And then, but like I was saying about Hellhounds, I'm gonna talk more about that tomorrow. But when we went to 666, it was like
Hmm.
heard the most evil growl I've ever heard, and it was like not like from a big dog, but it was like something more bigger or something. It was, I don't know how else to describe it other than terrifying.
Did it sound more?
Thank you, Ruthie.
Did it sound more primal, or did it sound more disembodied?
It actually sounded more disembodied. Like it sounded like it was like right there beside us.
Yeah,
There's
like it
nothing.
was throwing its voice at you.
Yeah.
That's usually a trait with hellhounds. Like hellhounds have the ability to to throw their voice in multiple different directions to if it because usually hellhounds travel solo. They don't travel in packs or anything because they try to kill each other because
Hey.
um, every hellhound is a considered an alpha, and they would rather kill each other than work together. So when they're stalking, they act like they're in a pack, and they will throw multiple voices out in different directions to kind of throw you off.
Yeah. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Michigander, man.
But I personally think that that's what we heard that night. Like, because I've heard it that one night only, the first night we went, and we didn't just hear it once. It was like every so often we would keep walking, then all of a sudden it would pop up right there beside us.
Yeah. Was it from a different direction
Yeah, it
or
was coming from everywhere. It was
yeah,
really weird. Like that's why I don't think it was a dog at all. I
right.
think it was something more evil.
Yeah. I mean, from what you're giving me, I mean, from descriptions and from what I've heard and everything, that I mean, it's playing on the same level as what I've heard.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was trying to, because somebody was telling me that they actually have a Jersey Devil movie. I was trying to look it up, but I cannot find it. And I'm like,
The best evidence that you're going to be able to really find. There was one episode of Monster Hunters, and they actually caught a thermal image of, and it was a thermal imaging drone that was flying over the forest, and they actually caught a 6 to 8 foot tall winged creature jumping from the top of one pine tree and flying to another one that was probably about 15 feet away.
hmm.
And that's the only image that that's ever been actually recorded of this.
Yeah, I mean, I like the show. It is a good show, but I just can't take them seriously. Like,
I I can't either, but I mean,
They're funny.
you kind of can't fake
That is true.
that kind of
That
video.
is
You know what I
true.
mean? I
Yeah.
mean, 90% of the time, yeah, I don't believe a damn word that comes out of their mouth. But when I watch that, it kind of,
Like, whoa. Okay.
yeah, could you see it jump from the top of one pine tree, spread open the wings, and glide, not flying, but kind of gliding
Hmm.
to the other pine tree.
Yeah, see, that would
So,
be really awesome to see. Like,
yeah,
because I finally watched that movie, The Mothman Prophecies, the other day. Great
did
movie.
you?
Great movie, by the
Yeah.
way. Like, but it would be because what documentary? It was a documentary. That documentary they had on TV about the Jersey Devil, and I'm like Trapper Junior. Oh God, poor Trapper.
Yes.
He died. I watched the farewell thing they did about, for Trapper, but it was definitely something that. Only thing is, hey, thanks again, Ruth. It's only up there, Mr. J. From what I see, told it can only be
Hey, Mr.
seen
J.
in New Jersey, like and
Yeah.
in the forest. But I personally believe that most forests have portals to somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, through the ley lines, through the veil, stuff like that. Um,
Because I think it was David Bingman or MCAT. One of them was on my stream last time. We was talking about They were talking about how there's a portal somewhere in the forest in New York that can get you to California.
yeah, yeah, that I the way that those things work is the ley lines are kind of like the subway of supernatural, and they can, because it's connected throughout the whole entire veins of the world,
Hmm.
and they hit they hit the ley line, and instead of like being a portal, it's more of like a doorway. They walk in, and they it's kind of like Doctor Who, when they walk through a dimensional portal or whatever, they can go left or right. There's multiple different doors, and then
Yeah.
they can just exit wherever they want to go.
What is
I
it?
mean, but the thing is, like, no scientific, you know, company or anything will want to ever put research into
Thank you, Amora.
supernatural.
Yeah. Thank you, Amora. Yeah, I have noticed that they don't put any much research in the paranormal. We have to do that, like supernatural. We have to do that ourselves, like
Right.
because they're not going. Scientists and all that ain't gonna help us do it. They always have
I
to
don't
come up
know.
with a scientific explanation for everything.
Yeah. I mean, look how long it's took for science to actually accept religion. I
Yeah.
mean, and yeah, it's kind of the same way with supernatural, same way with cryptids, same way with, paranormal, the occult. They If they can't explain it with a hard evidence, they don't want to put anything into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's it's crazy. Like but that's why we do what we do, so we can go out there and get as much evidence as we can do. Like that's why you go do what you do. Like when
Right.
I remember when you was hunting them chupacabras. Like
Yes.
that's dangerous as heck. Like
Uh, yeah, it. Uh, th- See, the thing is with cryptids, you have to respect them. I mean, it's like
yeah,
you're not going to go over to your best friend's house and he has a brand new pit bull and you're just going to like walk up into his house without like acknowledging the dog. You know what I mean?
yep,
And
exactly, Rob. That's why we do what we do. And
yeah,
yeah, you're right. Like I know exactly what you're talking about.
it's the same concept with any cryptid. I mean, no matter how humanized you want to make them and you want to believe that they can be humanized, they are still animals. They
Yeah,
are still primitive. They are still primal. And you are going into their territory. You
yeah,
know, it, but people, a lot of these people that have these cryptid TV shows and stuff like that, they don't understand that.
mm-hmm.
It's like they think they're top of the food chain because we carry a gun. Yeah,
All they want is that money.
right. They don't care about anything else.
Nope. And you're 100% right about that. Like that show, I think it's called Bigfoot Hunter or Bigfoot Hunter.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that, and it's not for me. It's not something that I can actually sit there and get into. Like,
Oh, if you can't watch that, then don't ever watch Mountain Monsters.
see, I can get into
It's
mountain
like,
monsters. Though. I
you
don't know why.
can?
I can't. I think they're funny.
Can't. Oh my God, I can't.
They
I
just
mean,
crack
don't get
me
me
up.
wrong. I, don't get me wrong, but half of them look like they're about to die. Like they
No,
have a
what's up?
corn dog stuck in their artery,
I know.
and it, and they have, and they all carry a gun. Like, and then they're scared as hell to use it.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be country boys raised up in the woods.
Mm-hmm. They're just so entertaining. Like, if they ever get chased by something, I'm not being mean, but they're not small fellas either.
No,
Like,
they ain't. I mean, they couldn't even do a half a mile in like 3 hours.
yeah. Hey, Nicole.
I mean, I mean, I'm not making fun of, but if you're supposed to be a dead set wilderness hunter,
Yeah.
this is your livelihood of going and finding these creatures. You should have a better build to your body because
I mean, I might not be the skinniest, but I do go hiking and walking, so I'm yeah.
yeah, but it doesn't look like you swallowed two Christmas hams overnight.
That is true. That is true. It's like, oh my god. And then they carry like I don't know. They're funny. Like I can watch them just for the entertainment. Like
Yeah, it's just I mean, I saw one episode where I don't know what they were doing. They were trying to find Sasquatch or something, and they had to go, and they thought that they were going to go and do an Indian spiritual thing and smoke peyote and be out in the middle of the woods and uh, like they were loading down to take on World War III, and
hey
like every
Tyler.
5 minutes they had to stop and breathe.
Yeah. I've noticed that myself. Like, it's just like, oh my god! Like, imagine them getting chased by like a Sasquatch or something like.
Yeah, uh,
Or
they
better yet,
they
a
would literally die of a heart attack.
oh my god. That yeah, they definitely entertaining people.
You know,
Yeah, that is true, Rob. It's all for show, not much reality.
right? Oh yeah, I mean that's why I gave up TV like 8 years ago.
I
I
watch
watch
football.
YouTube.
Yeah, I watch football. That's about it.
Can't even do football anymore.
Uh, I'm all about it. I have literally now 13 fantasy football leagues.
My God, brother, you need to stop.
Why? Because I
We're
don't.
taking you to an AAB.
Hey, it's free. That's why I do it because it's free.
I'll
But
trade
yeah.
you a Dorito for Peyton Manning.
Oh, you can have Peyton.
How about Eli?
I'll take Eli against the Patriots any day.
No, no. Trade you a bag of Doritos for Eli.
Deal.
All right.
But yeah, like I'm hoping. I've been. I have a video that I did in the woods, but my computer, everything's being weird and won't let me upload it for some reason. So I'm working, trying to figure out how to upload it. But
Yeah.
welcome back, Ripley. Oh, but I'm trying to get like as soon as I can figure out why my camera's being weird, which I'll be getting a new one soon. Wicked Cryptid actually sent me a camera today,
Nice.
so I'll be getting a new camera soon, and hopefully I can be doing. I'm trying to get to where I do a live investigation once a week. That is my goal.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
today was supposed to be a special treat with OG, but my sister Delicious told me she won't ready. She'll have to be ready for next week. So y'all get to meet my twin sister Delicious.
delicious.
She has a beard just like me. Like it's kind of weird. Uh,
Hey, don't make fun of those Appalachian girls.
but yeah, it's like y'all get to meet Janet and Delicious next week.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Definitely appreciated that. He actually sent it out today, so it'll be here saying on the 20th. So I'm excited to get that camera.
Nice.
And I was noticing today. Today's Friday the 13th, right?
Yes, sir.
There is no Friday 13th movie on TV at all. I looked and I was like, how is there no Jason movies on Friday the 13th?
Because they don't they because it's so random anymore. They won't line it up.
They need to.
The whole horror genre is only around Halloween time.
I know.
That's when they plan
See, that's what's wrong with the world.
it.
They need
Mm-hmm.
they need horror genre all year round.
Oh yeah, but
Like my favorite thing
I
about
mean,
Halloween, it's the only time of month you can legally make kids cry.
right. Well, you also got to think though. If all with all these new age horror films coming out and everything's about spirits, everything's about demons, everything's about a Ouija board. It literally makes 90% of the people that's in this chat and you and me look bad, look like we're stupid. you know,
Yeah.
instead of what it truly is. It makes us go out and literally hunt for shadows on the wall. And how they try to make these main characters look also that they're psychotic.
Yeah.
So it gives us a bad rap also. It's like all these video games where they just did an update on the Bigfoot hunting game where you're supposed to go and hunt Bigfoot and, dispatch of him, and it shows it shows Bigfoot as just a psychotic killer roaming through a park, killing campers, and you got to put him down.
Oh God.
So and just like, well, there's a pair there's it's called Phantasm or something like that. It's a
Yeah.
video game where you're where
But,
you're ghost investigators,
hmm.
and the whole entire thing is you go and investigate these houses and stuff, and you have to get specific stuff, like you have to get a spirit to write in a book. You have to get like you, you have to take a picture of the spirit, like a spirit's just going to show up full body and take a picture of it, and you have to guess what kind of spirit it is it like a regular spirit, is it a demon, is it a jinn, is it a poltergeist?
Oh my God.
You get paid for it. Like, they're making fun of our stuff, you
Yeah.
know it,
Damn. I wish I could make a damn spirit write in the damn book for me.
yeah,
That's
it's
all the
like,
evidence I need.
right.
I never
But
heard of that game. It sounded cool until that part, and then I'm like, that's ridiculous.
oh, look it up online. All these gaming channels and everything, these people are making it big. Same thing with there's a game where
Hey, hey.
you're hunting a skinwalker and a wendigo,
Ooh.
and like, if they did any of their research, they would know that bullets cannot hurt a wendigo.
Yeah.
But what do they have? They have you out there with a sawed-off shotgun, a hunting rifle, and all this stuff, shooting the wendigo
Yeah, that's
and
not
trying
gonna.
to kill it.
See, that's why
And
all
oh
these.
yeah, don't forget they throw Thor's hammer in on that video game too.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's hilarious. You go out there trying to shoot a Wendigo with a gun. Might as well just have your freaking grave paid for and
just lay
everything.
down and just lay down and cover yourself in ketchup.
Yeah, because a shotgun ain't gonna do nothing. Any gun ain't gonna do nothing to a Wendigo. Not, it ain't even gonna really do nothing to a Bigfoot either. Like it's gonna
Right.
harm it, but it's not gonna kill it. It's just gonna piss it off.
Hmm.
And that's what people don't realize. They think they can go shooting these animals and cryptids. Nah, like you're just gonna piss it off. Like
Yeah, and on the video game, supposedly this Bigfoot carries a stop sign with it, and like one smack from it won't kill you. Like, I think if Bigfoot hits you with a stop sign, you're dead.
yeah, yeah. I mean, 90% chance. Yeah, you're not gonna make that. Like, see, I knew they were
Yeah,
getting crazy on games and all that, but I didn't know they were actually doing that crap.
right. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I feel like they're making fun of us. I feel like that these game producers and everything are these game developers are just like sitting back and laughing at us.
Yeah, because they don't. They won't. I mean, they won't go out and investigate. Like,
Hmm.
shoot, they'd be like, no, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
hmm.
the same thing. I mean, in the it's just like anything else with Google. or whatever. There's one or two apps out there that's meant for us, that actually works. But
Yeah.
then there's 20 or 30 of them that are out there that are just junk and toys, because they know that we will try it.
And hey, Mama Smoking Joe, good to see you.
Smoking Joe, what are you doing, JoJo?
Good to see you, Mama Joe. But yeah, like
Uh,
I just I wish these scientists and video game creators and all that would research before they went out and made
yeah.
stuff.
Sorry, I got in the car. I'm heading home now. I don't know, bro. But and see, another thing is like the Jersey Devil. We can't go and research it. We can't go and observe this creature's living habitat or anything, because the place that it's in is a protected wilderness. And that's one of the things that cryptids are learning now, is they're starting to stay in protected areas,
Mm-hmm.
and not every like they know at a certain time free roam around in these parks and everything, because there's nobody there at night.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, just like, natural habitats for endangered species and stuff like that. Bigfoot understands that too,
Yeah.
or Jersey Devil or whatever other cryptids out there. If they see, oh, humans can't touch anything out here, it's a safe haven for me. And we can't go out there and disrupt anything because it's a natural habitat.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like there's certain spots that are, historic areas that are protected, and, y'all have, paranormal investigators have to get, special permission and all this stuff. And it takes like months to get that permission before y'all can go and investigate a place.
Yeah. Sometimes even like, phew. Because we've still been waiting. Me and Dakota, we had tickets to go to St. Albans and rats with the Sane Asylum. We've had
Yeah,
that for over a year,
right.
and as they keep BSing us, and it's like, oh, we want to go so bad. Like,
See, that's another thing. Like, but then there's historic places and everything that are just demolished and wiped off the map because it's unsafe,
hmm
and
well, in a lot of places you have to ask permission, is because people go in there and vandalize stuff. Like
right.
that is the biggest problem being a paranormal and urban explorer. Is people like to vandalize stuff
Yep.
and destroy stuff.
Well, then you got to also worry about the human aspect of it, also, like squatters and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, then people that's addicted to drugs and,
hmm
whatever that's out there. Like, that's the
Yeah,
one thing that's why I like being a cryptid hunter, is because I don't have to deal with humans at
that
all.
is true.
I mean, I may have to deal with a park ranger, but that's it.
Because I mean, that's my biggest fear is to go somewhere and there's like a ritual going on, or like even a drug deal gone wrong, or something crazy like that. Like,
Right.
hey, Pilgrim.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but also also in specific areas to certain cryptids and stuff like that, you're going to run into the same kind of like cultists. You know what I mean? Like there's certain spots of the wilderness and everything where the Jersey Devil is that there's cultists trying to bring the Jersey Devil to them to grant them powers and worship it as a god, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, you and there's other parts of the world and stuff like that where there's other types of cryptids where it's kind of the same things. I mean, there's people that go to, supposed, like, there's one, it's called the Skinwalker Caves in Arizona.
I actually heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually cultist groups that go there and try to learn how to be skinwalkers.
Mm.
And they ask for the power of, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Elvis.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably on that mess because that seems to be the new thing that everybody's on these days,
Yeah, I
which is
mean,
stupid, but
yeah, I mean, you're gonna run into everything in any part, especially if a cryptid has the word devil, or if they think it has supernatural powers or something like that. There's going to be those other type of people, the cultists, the ones that won't power,
Mhm.
won't, that will give their blood or do sacrifices in specific areas. I mean, um just like where is it in Transylvania? Elizabeth Burton's castle, the
No.
granddaughter of Vlad the Impaler,
Yeah,
like the one that bathed in the blood of 1,000 virgins. Like
Dracula.
there's still people. There's still people that go there and will cut their palm open and pour blood on her resting spot.
Hmm. See some Damon.
Yeah, like,
PLE wants to see some Damons.
want to see some diamonds?
What's up, KY?
Diamonds. Hey, KY.
Brother
What's up,
KY.
brother? It, I mean, there's more sightings and stuff of the Jersey Devil than there is actual stories of it. You know what I mean? There's not really that much of a base for that specific cryptid, demon, whatever you want to call it, to actually have a full blown story on.
Hmm.
It's one of the least popular of the major four. Sasquatch, Dogman, Sasquatch, Dogman, Mothman, Chupacabra, the big four.
Yeah, Chupacabra's pretty big. Like,
Yeah,
especially here in the past, like 5 to 10 years, that Chupacabras done got real big.
yeah. Then the Jersey Devil just kind of has faded away like a dusty old book in the archives of a library, pretty much. Because, like I said, the last sighting of it was like 5 or 8 years ago. Like
Yeah,
actual semi-attack sighting.
yeah, I was reading about that too earlier because yeah, like you said, it's been about 10 years ago since the last attack or fighting and all that. Like, but the Mothman
And I
hadn't
think it
been
was
moving
just
much
like,
either.
Yeah. I think it was just like a 5-minute sighting. Like it came to a farmer's pasture and stole like a baby cow and flew off into the woods, and that was
Yeah,
it. It
yeah.
was just something quick.
Mothman's another one that you hadn't hear much from here lately.
Well, yeah, you don't hear much about Mothman, but the legend is still alive. You know what I mean? Like Point Pleasanton is a hub for Mothman. They have the Mothman Festival and all that stuff. You don't go to Jersey and see the Jersey
Yeah,
Devil, festival. Hey Diddles.
yeah. I know Asher. She went to the Cryptic Bash over the weekend. I'm like, you lucky. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, kitten.
I mean, that's what we actually need to do more, like cryptid cons, paranormal cons, you know, stuff like that to really have our families grow. You know what I mean? Like have our groups get bigger.
Yeah, see, I was thinking, can we do something like that, like at a state festival? I don't know how we could set that up where
Oh,
we could.
you all you got to do is just talk to your uh one of your convention centers. Like if you have a convention center near you, you just go there. Yeah, I'm wanting this kind of thing, and
I,
you just have to pay out of pocket to start it.
I might have something
You have to
like
get like backing.
we have somebody up here that they do once a year, and it's like called Uncle Billy's Day, and they have a bunch of
Uh,
booths and vineyards and all that. I'm like, I could talk to them because I'm pretty good friends with like the person that runs it. Like I used to give them free pizza all the time when I worked at Domino's. So I
cool.
have to
Yeah,
find out
I
how much
mean,
it would cost to do that and see who I can get down there to tell the stories, tell just random things and their experience with
right,
like cryptids, UFO, paranormal, any of that. Like,
right. I mean, yeah, the internet, YouTube, YouTube stuff is good right now of connecting us because
yeah,
before,
that's
we really never had a way of communicating with
yeah,
each other, especially in different states and stuff like that. It was usually just like small town groups and everything. But now with the power of internet, now we can reach people all the way, we could be like what we're doing right now. I'm in San Antonio, you're where you're at, and we can
yeah.
talk to people in the UK and Scotland, anywhere.
Australia, that's true. Night Sandra,
But
but
but if we actually could start a convention to where people could literally be with others that have had the same experiences, they won't feel so secluded. They won't feel like they're crazy, and
yeah,
were able to get their story out. So,
that's true. That would be. See, I have to talk to him because I think that they will let me do that. I just got to find out how much it will be and who all I can get to Virginia that week. Because
yeah,
I've been wanting to do something like that, like little booths and all that, to where I'm actually behind the booth. Like, which at
Right.
Uncle Billy's day, I was behind the booth. I was in the Domino's truck making pizza all day. And let me tell you, whew, screw that. I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to film there or nothing because they do have
Yeah.
live all day, but it would still be really cool to just tell people, random
Yeah.
people, like, experiences and all that. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not just a platform. It's also helping people get out of their shell. You know,
yeah,
it because like town hall meetings and stuff. Like I've done town hall meetings in specific areas, and like just asking for people for information on cryptids that they've seen, or weird things they have seen throughout their life in this area,
yeah,
and they won't come and say it uh, in the group because they know if they say it, other people are gonna look at them like, oh, that's crazy old man Joe or whatever. But after the town hall meeting, I had like 5 or 6 people stay behind, sit in their chair. Then they come up and start talking to me one on one. And it's like, well, why didn't you say that while, I was up here for an hour and a half? Like, why don't you
people,
grow a pair and just tell me?
people just get scared and nervous and don't want to say anything. They don't want people to look at them like they're weird.
Yeah,
Me, shoot, I don't care how people look at me.
same here. I don't care either.
Now, Matt, say that
Uh,
backwards. Oh my God, PLE.
wait, what?
He said, "Can you
What
say
am I
it
saying?
backwards?"
I
But
can
yes,
say anything.
I'm. I don't know what, but there was a tree that fell on the bridge the other day, and we saw where it broke. It like cracked in the middle.
Uh,
There was no wind, no lightning, or nothing that day. And this
yeah.
thing was legit like a live tree, and something just straight up cracked it like it was nothing. My neighbor says she
Was
thinks
there
it's a
any?
bear. I'm like, no, it's Bigfoot. Like,
Was
yeah,
there any like crush marks? Was there any like finger
I didn't,
grips on it? Like on any of the branches?
I
Were
didn't even
there
check.
any broken branches that were? See, that's what you got to check. You
Yeah, I
got to
didn't
check
even
all
check.
that stuff.
It was kind of night, and we just trying to. We was directing traffic so until the fire
Yeah,
truck got there, so they can move the tree. But yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. I should have checked that more often. I didn't even
See,
think of that.
see, see. When you go paranormal hunting, you check it all. You check all
I
the
did.
things to like throw out whatever. But
Debunk first.
it's kind of the same thing. You're right. It's like, that's the wind blowing in front of the door, blah blah blah. Gotta do the same thing with nature.
That is true. That is 100% true. Like, cause it could have been. It definitely could have been. I got to bounce into this
It
again.
could have the tree
Be
could have
safe.
also had hollow on it.
That's true. Be safe, PLE, brother.
Yeah. Take care of it.
Watch out for.
But like if it's a pine tree, they can get what's called hollow rot from borer beetles.
This was a walnut
And
tree. Yeah, this was a
oh, was
walnut
it a
tree.
walnut? Okay.
It
Well,
was just weird how it just snapped when there was like no wind or lightning or nothing. Like I was just like, okay.
yeah.
Well, so do you
So
have
next
any
time you notice
future,
something like that,
yeah. Do you have any future investigations you're doing?
who, me?
Yeah.
Tonight
We're
I'm gonna do a 12 a midnight scare nautica with
Oh, you're doing the Scaranoia
what
app?
that new app is. Yeah, Scaranoia.
Oh gosh, look who we got in the
Let's
house.
see
Hang
who
on.
we
Is that
got.
right? Ghost Top.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. It's the Ghost Top.
Oh,
Hey buddy.
ghost,
Night
ghost,
Diddles.
go.
We got
Good
Mr.
night,
Ghost
kid
Top.
diddles.
Trapper Jr. Is that my new name, Trapper Jr.? I like
Yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh man. But that was fun. Like tomorrow night, I don't know what time, but I'll be talking about hellhounds and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. You got all your research on it? Because I only know a few southern
Uh,
incidents with
no. He was here as the haunt huplet. Okay. Hey,
Hopalite. You know,
hey,
the Greek
Kevin.
Hoplites.
Oh,
Go if that's one thing that ghosts know, he knows about Hoplites. Hey, Carol.
so you doing that video as a live stream?
I don't know. I may do a
Yeah.
live stream. I may not. It may be a video. Who knows?
Nice.
'Cause I want to see if this stuff, the Randonautica thing, never worked for me.
Nah, Randonautica never worked for me either. Like I've tried a few
Yeah.
times, never got anything. But the Scaranoia, that sounds awesome. Like I just hadn't tried it yet, but I would try that because it actually does sound really fun.
Yeah, I'm doing it because our brother Jared and our our family friend the Queen did it. So
The King
why not
Queen did
hop
it.
in that little rowboat?
Nice. So didn't Omar or was it Hunting the Dead make that up? Or
I
co-produced that
think
episode? I think
I think
Jody
it was
Dean did.
hunting the dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So that means I think it's a lot better than Randonautica. From the people that told me, it's a lot better than Randonautica.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what
thank
I've been hearing
you.
too. I've been well,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
oh, thank you, Maria, sis. You beautiful Hellcat, you.
Damn cat. Uh, but it's only ten
Yeah,
thirty right
there's
there where you're at, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
you're an hour.
10:30 here.
I'm excited about tomorrow because the Hellhound one is one that I've been wanting to do. I'll be
Hey,
doing
Nicole, sis.
Hey Nicole. I'll be doing dragons after the Hellhound one
Nice.
because, of course, everybody loves dragons. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I was thinking about
yeah.
the mermaid because I recently found out mermaids are considered cryptid,
Yes.
and I didn't know all of that.
Merma- there's a $1 million reward in Morocco for the capture of the Moroccan mermaid.
Mm.
That yeah, they want her alive. Well, you also know the legend of the mermaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, let me see if you know this legend of the mermaid. Supposedly, if you take the scale of a mermaid, a captured, she still has to be alive and everything, and you pluck a scale from her tail.
Night brain.
Um, and if you eat it, either A, you will become immortal, an immortal human, never age, never die, never get sick, or you will be transformed into the most hideous, gruesome beast in the world and hunted to extinction.
No, I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah,
I've heard people compare mermaids to sirens.
yeah, their song is like the siren song, but the harpy is also a part of the siren family also.
Mm.
So they're both of the same type. One's an air nymph, the other one's a water nymph. Um, but yeah, they both have songs that attract men to their death.
Yeah. I mentioned you, Matt, and I said I hope I don't run into that thing you said we have here in Missouri. Hey,
You
Ginger.
probably won't, sis.
What do they have in Missouri?
Uh, a crap load of things.
Figures. I don't know.
Yeah.
Virginia has a few things too. We got Dogman, Bigfoot, Hellhound.
Yeah. I mean, I told her about the less known cryptids,
Oh yeah.
like the Gray Man, the Watcher,
Ooh, the Watcher's a good one.
things like that.
I ain't heard of the Watcher get bit brought up in a while.
The Watcher is like it's an old man. They okay, the mockery cryptids, the SCP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well they made a demented version of the Watcher. They call it the decaying man or whatever. Like he comes through these black holes and whatever. Well, the Watcher is kind of the same thing. He will sit and observe people. He can walk from one shadow into another shadow and pop into a different location that always has shadows around it. And supposedly, if he ever entangles you, he can pull you into the shadows and leave you there. And
Mm-hmm.
you're in like an alternate dimension. Like you'll never be able to get out of it.
Have you ever heard of like when we went to 606 the first time? There was this house in the woods, and we
Okay.
got told not to go in it.
Yeah.
Well, we went back again, and walking back, I don't know, about 6:30 in the morning. It was daylight, kind of. There was no
Um,
house, no structure house. Do you believe that some houses can be seen only at some times?
uh,
Because
yes,
Neil,
there's
Nocturnal Nations, and David from our Haunted Live both saw that house that night too.
right.
But the
I
person we were
mean,
with told him not to go, and he's one of the ones that got possessed that night.
there is the Black Cottage in the dark forest of Germany.
I've heard of that.
Uh, I mean, it appears to children lost in the woods, and they're able to sleep there and be safe from beasts of the woods, but in the morning they are usually back in their village or at the opening of the woods. So, but the house is never seen. It's like only children can see it in like a dire situation. I mean, so yes, I kind of believe that, but
Yeah, well, this night everything was going weird. Everything was crazy that night. Like that was the night we heard hellhound. Well, heard them growls and howl.
right,
We kept seeing people following us, like little shadow figures following us, and
yeah,
then we saw that house. And I was like at the door. I was at the door of that house. And then we got told not to go in it, so we all walked back. I wish I went in it. I really wish
right,
I did go in it, so I can be like, yeah, it was because I know the house was there, but then when I went with Dakota, the house was not there, and there was no structure of a house or nothing.
yeah. I mean, well, there is, there is. I've, I'm not that big of a paranormal person or anything, but there has been incidents in like historic houses and stuff, like where like there's a specific plantation house in Louisiana. Supposedly if you're there at the right time of day, at the right, phase of the moon, blah blah blah, like you go up to the master bedroom and you can look out the window and the whole entire time period's different. It's like it's back in, early, in the before the Civil War time period.
Yeah,
There, it, there's incidents like that. I do want to believe in that because I've had experiences like that, but it's I don't know if it was actual real or if it was my mind playing tricks on me. It was.
yeah. That night, that night, I feel that I don't know what was real, what was like. Whew,
Yeah.
that
I
place.
mean,
When you come to
I've
Virginia,
been in the wilderness.
I'll
I
take you.
mean,
Word.
yeah. I mean, I've been in the wilderness and everything where you can go 15 feet in the woods, turn around and not know where you are. Like,
That's how it was at the Witches Forest.
yeah,
My first Ramonautica video is the only thing that we was looking for a grave, and it was an unmarked grave in the field. At about
yeah,
50 yards, there was an abandoned house. And we
yeah,
didn't go in the house because there was no trespassing signs. But we went in the woods
hmm,
and we got lost. Like,
yeah,
and this was during the day. This was at like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we got lost in the wood. And there was a trail, but the
yep.
trail was gone. It was weird. Like, so I definitely believe that hands down. That
Yeah. That's why there's so many 411 cases out in the wilderness. I mean, it's not just, good old, Smokey the Bear and Sasquatch, taking you. It's the wilderness playing tricks on you also.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And that's why they called the wood, that's why they called the wilderness living wilderness because it will confuse you.
Take it easy, vodka. Yeah,
Good night, vodka.
I would personally would love to go to the Bell Witch Forest,
Oh, I'll take you there, brother.
and then
Okay.
I really want to go to Suicide Forest in Japan. Like, but to
See,
go
that's the.
there, I wouldn't go there alone. I would go in like a group of 10 because
Yeah.
easy to get lost in those forests.
I,
Like, it ain't nothing to get lost.
yeah. Well, I mean, that place, it doesn't seem it. Everything that I've watched, even the documents and stuff.
It,
I mean, like I mean, like
it's mainly just sad.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's
nothing
not
like
really
evil,
scary.
but it's just like emotional and very sad of all the people who commit suicide there and all that.
Yeah, I've heard like mediums and stuff like that. People, you know, people with special abilities are the ones that have a hard time there. Normal
Hmm.
people don't really have problems going there.
Yeah, I've heard that
It's
about
just,
mediums and psychics. They just get
yeah,
emotional there because it's definitely an emotional place.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, well, I mean, it would affect normal humans too. Like there was one YouTube video I watched and everything of this group of friends that got a all paid trip and everything to Japan to go check out that suicide forest. And like they actually found a recently dead body hanging from a tree in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like,
Hmm. Normal people, right?
yeah.
What
Normal
is,
people, yeah.
what's the such thing as normal these days?
Well, you know what I mean. You know, us non special people.
Yeah, see, I don't consider myself like a medium or nothing, but I only like what I get names and ages and dates and all that. That's what I get. When I do
I,
my own
I don't
investigation, I get the names, the dates, ages, and all that.
I don't get that. Like I see black masses and that's it.
And you also get black cats in your live streams that aren't there.
Yeah, yeah, I get spiritual animals.
Yes, you do. Like that one was just crazy because it was right there. Like,
I didn't see anything.
but
Cause
yeah,
you know me, Nubs. You know, if I saw a cat out there, I'd be like, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
yeah,
I mean, especially if there was two of them there.
oh yeah, yeah. That was.
But I'll tell you one thing: after the live stream ended and stuff, after I was cooking that pork steak, I felt something heavy sit in my lap, and there was nothing there.
Mm. Oh, we get animals
Yeah.
too. Me and Dakota was at an investigation, and we got a picture. We kept hearing the cat, and I saw the cat a few times, but Dakota actually got a
Right.
picture of the cat. And we
Yeah.
told the owner, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't have a cat, but we have been told stories of cats being on the property."
Huh.
And another 6 or 6 incident on Halloween. Me and
Right.
Reed and Dakota and Shane all saw eyes in the woods, like cat eyes. Well, me and
Yeah.
Rob walked in there, and the eyes went from here to here, but nothing moved. And it was in the woods; you would have been able to hear it move.
Right.
It just went
Hmm.
from here to here, like nothing, like in a second. Like
Yeah.
me and Rob was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get out of these woods right now and get back on the road."
See,
But
I'm
yeah,
I'm
I believe in all that. Like,
see, I'm fine. I'm fine seeing like I'm fine dealing with nature. Nature, I'm fine with. But if I saw like a humanoid figure, like shadow figure coming up to me, like I'm gonna
well,
hit it with something. Like,
I that's why I don't let my buddy Casey if he's watching. That's why he don't go on investigation. 'Cause he's like, if anything comes after me, if I see a ghost, I'm gonna shoot it. I was like, boy, you won't be able to shoot no ghost. He's like, I don't care.
it'd make me feel better.
That's what he said.
Like if I could, like if I could go back in time to when I broke my leg on that live stream where damn ghost pushed me.
I remember that.
Like,
That was ridiculous. That was crazy.
yeah, like I couldn't.
I just
I
met
did not.
I just met you within like the week before that happened too.
Yeah, like I, if I could sense something behind me, like I wouldn't have broke my leg. But
Yeah, I feel that.
but I can't. If I can't see it, I can't prepare for it. You know, like
I think one of the craziest things I've seen. I was with Neil and David, and we was at the Satanic Ritual House at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon,
yeah,
and I was filming. And in the closet, I saw a shadow with a hat on, just standing,
right,
looking at me, but he had no face.
yeah.
It was a blank face, but he was like looking at me like this, like eye contact, but he had no. It was weird. Like,
See, I've heard of a shadow man like that called the Hat Man.
oh God, Mr. H. Well, not no that guy.
Well, I mean, from everything I've ever heard about that guy, he doesn't do anything. He's just like a voyeur. He just watches you and smokes cigarettes.
Well, after the stream, I'll tell you a little story about the Hat Man. That
Gotcha.
yeah, which I'm actually about to end anyways. You can go get ready for your thing, and I'm gonna
Yeah, brother.
babysit my niece tomorrow. But thanks everybody for coming. You stay on. I'm gonna talk to you after the show.
All right, bro.
But love you guys. Thank y'all for coming.
I'm
Vodka,
sorry, Nicole.
Ruth, Maria.
Hey,
I
I
know.
tried to I tried to tough through that broken leg. Did y'all hear me stand back up and that thing just pop?
Yeah, yeah. But much love to all of y'all. Thanks, Ruth, Vodka, and Maria for the donations. Definitely appreciate it. Love you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.